Hi friends, we are going to do the topic today, that is product positioning, and it is for the CMT first year, and the chapter is marketing and management. So this comes under the uh, marketing part of it, and let's start. So what is product positioning actually? So it is the process which marketers use to determine how to best communicate their products attributes to the target customers based on customer needs. Just a minute. Yeah, competitive pressures, available communication channels, and carefully crafted messages. So this whole paragraph means that uh, the companies, they want to decide the position of their product, and that is based on the various attributes of the products and customer needs, and the competitive offers, and what are the available communication channels. And these product positioning statements, they are carefully crafted. So it also refers to the process of establishing the image or identity of a brand of product. The main motive is to establish the image of the brand or product so that the consumers perceive it in a certain way. It's not that the company's product is seen in different ways by the customers. For example, a car maker can position itself as a luxury status symbol, like Mercedes or BMW. There is always a luxury tag attached to that. They are not the simple cars. So uh, wherever an battery maker makes the battery, the position it carries is the reliable one and the long lasting one. So you can see the differences between the product positions here. So if you are selling the luxury car and making the position of the car like it will give the higher mileage, so people may not like that car because they are already spending too much for a luxury product, and the position of the fuel efficiency doesn't go with it. So it's very skilled process. So product positioning is also a form of marketing that represents the benefit of your product to a particular target audience, meaning thereby the target audience should perceive some benefit in your product uh, positioning. For example, a product may have a main target audience and also a secondary target audience. So there can be two target audience, and they are interested in the product, but the product positioning is different for them. So we need to carefully, go in the product positioning. So what are the different types of product positioning? Uh, they say that it is comparative, differentiation, and segmentation. Comparative means, as the name suggests, that the product positioning is based on the comparative products from available from competitors. And differentiation may be in the price, it may be in the features, it may be in the packaging of the uh, product, or the design of the product and ease of the usage. And segmentation is that various segments of the target audience, they are identified, and product positioning is decided according to them. Through these strategies, brands can help their products stand out from targeting the right audience with the best matches. As we all know that marketing people, they don't give a common message to all the people. They select their audience depending upon various uh, segmentation strategies, and then offer the product position to them. Okay, so what is the objective of product positioning? Like, the objective of market positioning is to establish the image or identity of a brand. Here we are, you know, replacing this word, the market, with the product, right? So it may be now the objective of the product positioning is to establish the image of identity of a product. So it also reveals who we are, what we offer, and what we value. So it depends upon the type of company, type of product. So whenever you work in a particular type of a company, then you, as a customer of that company or as a worker in that company, you have certain perception about that company, and that perception decides how we present ourselves uh, to the company and to the target audience. And they have a product so that consumer perceive it in a certain way. So both ways it is, you know, it is relevant, that it is for the colleagues also, that they work in a company and they perceive the company as something, and it is for the consumers also, that they perceive the product made by that company in a certain way. So what are the different steps to product positioning? First is we must know our target audience well. So it is very essential for the companies to identify the target audience, then understand their needs and preferences. So target audience is the must, then their needs and preferences are the must. And you know that this, the first line, this para, it is the hallmark of the marketing. Like there should be a target audience in the marketing, and they should have the needs and preferences. So these are the two very seminal statements. We must identify these statements all the time. Then we must identify the product features. What are the product features in that? Then what is the unique selling propositions? Like what unique our product has as compared to the competitors' product. Then we must know the competitors, what is their products positioning and what are their strategies. And then we must know certain ways to promote the brands. The ways should be different from the competitors, or it may be similar with the competitors but with a different taste. Then we maintain the position of that brand. So these are the, I think, 1 2 3 4 6 statements now, uh, and these are the steps to, you know, product positioning. Now there are 7 approaches to product positioning strategies. The first one is using products characteristics or customer benefits as position strategy. Now we are coming to the very core of the topic, is we must decide what are the product characteristics which will be the basis of the product positioning. Then what will be the price which will be a position strategy? What will be the use or application of the product? And what are the product processes? What is that product class? And I think this the sixth one is repeat, please ignore this. And what are the cultural symbols in that? So like this point is slightly difficult to understand, the cultural symbol. For example, the Air India employs Maharaja as its logo. So that is the cultural symbol of ancient Raj or princely culture of India, and uh, that is based on the ancient values. So these are some of the approaches to product positioning strategies. Now let's come down to the actual practical part, how to write a product position statement. So the product position statement is written to provide direction for an organization by describing one side of the arguable viewpoint. Like unless we have a statement, then organization can't define its direction. It's like future, future direction of that product. So there should be a product position statement, and this statement should provide a description with the support of evidence of that position. So if we have a description, it is not in the air because it's a solid statement. So it must be supported by the evidence or the fact to prove that position, so that the customer may find it worthwhile. So first is to write the position statement. Is select the target customer group you want to focus on. Then we should develop a list of needs of the customer group who intend to buy that product. List your product, services, benefits that uniquely meet these needs, and then use the list of the customer needs and products benefits to finish this statement. For example, when this customer group thinks of my product or service, I want them to think. Now this is the filling the blanks. Now this para is designed by the company people, because when they will write like this, when this customer group thinks of my product or service, I want them to think. Now this is the blank space where the company wants its customer to focus on. What should the customer think when they think about the product? So this is the motto of that company. Then evaluate your product position statement by making sure it's simple, clear, and consistent, because it should be simple, clear, and it should be easy to understood. Otherwise, you know, we are already victims of the information overload, and nobody has the time to go deep into the position statement and analyze for you. So that will not work. And then is to get the word out to everyone by consistently communicating your position message in everything your company does for this customer group. Now, consistency is very, very important. Whatever the company does should match with the product position. You must be aware about the behavior of the luxury goods companies. Like, for example, when the luxury apparel or the clothing brands, every year some of the stock is left with them, which is lying unused. They can also put the stock in sale so that they can recover some money out of it, but they never do that. Luxury brands, they never go for the sale, rather they prefer to destroy their brands, their stock, so that the brand equity or the value of the brand is maintained. So this is how the companies operate. So every act of the company should go towards maintaining the product positioning. So let's come to the famous product positioning statements of a few companies. So I have discussed Starbucks and Amazon for that. So if you read Starbucks ad, or if you go to Starbucks coffee shop, then you will find one person, one cup, and one neighborhood at a time. So they intend to inspire and nurture the human spirit. Like Starbucks, mainly corporates or upper class people, they go in that, and they prefer to stay alone. Uh, you know, People can have one cup of a coffee and they can sit in a corner, and they can enjoy that coffee without getting disturbed from anybody. So that's their main position. So it was the customer base, so that it can give the best service more than what the customers can expect, right? Similarly, Amazon's positioning declaration is that it always wants to give us mainly customer-centric cooperation. Whenever consumers can discover and find out something they may desire to purchase online, and activities suggest its consumers the lowest probable cost. So like you can see in this statement that uh, if you see Amazon's logo, it is a arrow pointing from A to Z, like it gives every available product under the sun, right? And that should be on the lowest probable cost. So this is their product positioning statement. If you go to the Amazon website, you will find every kind of product. So These were the two very famous statements, and we can learn something from them. Now coming to the benefits of the product positioning, what are the actual benefits? So product positioning improves competitive strength of a company. Because consumers consider product advantages before they buy it. We are also the consumers, and we always go for the advantages. What are the advantages that this particular product is offering, which is different from its competitors? So product positioning proves superiority of the company's offer over other competitors. It may also help the customers in choosing the right product. So right product is chosen to satisfy their needs. And as you see now, that product positioning serves the very important part of the marketing, in which the customer is the king, and the company attempts to satisfy the needs of the customer. Thank you so much. These are the references from where I have taken in few statements. Thank you so much.